Okay, I think we're in, right? Let's just make sure. All right. First things on the docket. The directions. All right, today we're replacing a purge pump in one of my dehumidifiers. This thing is a workhorse of a unit, and right now, actually, shoot, I don't want, and it needs a new purge pump currently. So we're gonna go ahead and do that very quickly. The process isn't anything too difficult. Occasionally, you might need to do some tricks with the wiring, but this is, oh my God, come on. This pump that I bought specifically is from the manufacturer, so there's not really any wiring that needs to be done, any crimping or anything like that. So that's gonna be good and make my life a lot easier today. What is this, a 10 millimeter socket? That's what we're starting off with. But yeah, basically the purge pump sits in here. As the dehumidifier takes water out of the air, it goes into a reservoir, and then it needs to be pumped out of that reservoir, and it uses a purge pump to do that. And so this is the connector, right? So if we unplug this, turn it on, the purge pump obviously would not work because it's not plugged in. It's, I mean, very similar to like a PC hookup. I think that's why I like working on these so much, is because they remind me of like a computer that I can put on jobs and stuff. So yeah, this is the purge pump that we're working with here. This is from the manufacturer. So this is gray, and there's actually a setting in once we get this like in, we'll have to go into the settings and tweak the settings and let the machine know that there is now a gray purge pump in place, not a white purge pump in place. Otherwise, in my experience, it just keeps pumping. So we want to make sure that that we do that. All right. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. I have directions with me. I don't know that I'll necessarily need them, but you know what? We might, because this is a new bracket that we're dropping in here, and who knows how that's gonna fit inside this. Let me first reorganize these. But yeah, this is a Phoenix DryMax BLE, and we need to get this puppy working again. You know what? Everything is just so compact and jammed in here. God damn it. There we go. So that kind of holds the pump in place. Because these machines get banged around a lot, so you need to have something to hold in place. Let me see if I can cut this little zip tie here. Yeah, this is quite literally all it is. Well, shoot, let me cut this tube. Cut it at the... Oh wait, actually I have cutters in here. There we go, voila. Look how dirty that is. So this is the original purge pump. Look at that. These things get pretty nasty. Yeah, just pumps water constantly. All right, now it's time to, I probably should have cut that after the zip tie, but I did not. So now we got this connector for the hose. I'm gonna get a rag here. Oh, what the heck? There are some wood chips in this? What? Shoot. I don't know if I can use that one. That one doesn't look clean either. I need a rag. BRB. Let's get a clean rag, some disinfectant. Or actually, spray it on. Oh, dude, this is gunky. It's kind of slimy. Yeah. That's basically the inside of the reservoir. A lot of water sits in the bottom of these, just for like any really random period. Sometimes you finish a job. It always tries to purge at the end of it, but sometimes water just sits in here. Oh wow, this one's thick though. Definitely one of the older units that I've accumulated over time. Anyway, I feel like a wire brush might make more sense in this with this, just to get a lot of the bulk of it. Just because once you put the new pump in, you really don't see this bottom reservoir much. Figured just get it all cleaned up. Cleanliness on these units is super important. Because these do go into customers' homes, and also you just don't want crap in your reservoir because it can affect the way that it's purging. It could get stuck, it could damage something, you know. Wow, this rag is pretty nasty. Ew. I'm getting it all over my workstation. All right, I think that's clean. Clean enough. All right, so let's open up this new pump here. So this is the top of the new pump. Obviously it's pretty much just plug and play. You just connect it right in, connect it out. And so this pump is going to sit right in here and purge away. This, however, is going to be a little bit tricky. Reason being is because this is, I think, replacing multiple parts, if I'm not mistaken. And it also is going to want me to put in, yeah, see, this goes, oh, come on. See, I don't like this. But you know what? I'm going to just see if it will let me just rest it on top of that panel instead of taking, okay, yeah, it will. Okay. So there's another panel in here, and then this panel is held, well, it's screwed in, but then it also has a fat zip tie around the, compressor. No, yes, the compressor. Right? Whatever. It's, it has a fat zip tie around the, I think this is where the refrigerant's at. No, why am I blanking right now? What is it? I gotta look it up now. It's the, what is it? Yes, it is. It was. I don't know why I was second guessing myself. Yeah, so it's got a fat zip tie around the compressor, and I would have to cut that to move this metal piece. I don't know if can you see it? To move this metal piece here, but it looks like we can just unbolt this, rest this piece of metal on top of it, call it a day. I guess you can't really see what I'm exactly doing here, so we'll tweak it. Okay, so now I actually might need this extender. We'll see. Ooh, feels. Oh shit, I thought I just dropped that. Yes, so drop this in. Voila. There we go. Oh yeah, so then you can optionally move the float switch to right here. Do we want to do that today? I don't think so. I'm just gonna leave it where it's at. Don't fix it if it's not broken. I hope there's not like a reason. Actually, I guess I should check. We won't lock it in. So I should check to see if there's any. Yeah, the manufacturer gives you like pretty decent instructions, but okay, yeah, they want me to screw this in beforehand. I don't really know why I gotta move the float switch. I don't want to move it. Oh my God, you're kidding me. All right, yeah, there's some assembly. We won't lock this in yet, but that's basically where that's gonna go. Oh, actually, I do need the directions for this part. So this is obviously your filter here. This is your tube. We're gonna connect it. It's not gonna touch it all the way. It's not gonna go all the way in, but it's gonna be like just chilling in there. I guess it could be all the way in. It's not. Just leave it in there. And then this goes to, I guess this. Wow, that is gonna be a tight fit. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? It looks like the float switch is mounted higher than the other one. That might be why they want me to move it. I don't want to move it though, but they're leaving me no choice. I don't know, honestly, I'm just gonna test it and see. Nah, dude, that should be fine. Should be fine. All right, we're gonna leave that there. All right, so that's what that is. Now, they gave me a clamp that I guess is kind of cool, but I'm not a big fan of these types of clamps, but I just realized I should, oh no, so they gave me this clamp here, but I don't like this clamp. So, not that I foresee that even coming off, but instead, we're gonna do an ear clamp. Because, to be honest with you, if this pump goes out, it's not going to be the hose that I care much about replacing. Won't go too crazy with it. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Ear clamped that. I don't know if you can see that. Clean. Crispy. Okay. I have a socket? I want it to be tight. Keep messing up the mic with my shirt. No. I'm gonna be this one. Damn it. Oh, booyakatee. All right, let's see. Can I get this in here? So this is your new bracket. Let me just screw it in. Yeah, they have a connection piece here for the fatter tube that comes out of the side of the unit. I really don't like that, but I guess I don't have a choice. So this hole here is very big. I forgot the exact size of the hose, but like your pinky finger can fit through it. And obviously this hose through there would be, there's a lot of loose room. And when you have gaps like that, air can get in from, you know, just demolition and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you don't have gaps like that. So they gave me a connector from a small hose to a bigger hose, but I feel like that's just a little redundant. So let me grab it. Hoses everywhere. I don't know if that's it. I think these are the bigger hoses. Yeah, that's definitely it. The question is, does this fit through? I think this is like for a dishwasher. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like the angle and stuff is just, I don't like that, but whatever. Don't want to cut myself on stream, that would suck. And does this fit in there? It sure does. There we go, okay. Oh, what? No. Oh, do I that was brittle. All right, wait, I think I need another piece. I need another connector. I have one somewhere around here, but this one's just completely falling apart. Shoot. I don't want to put this on. Let me go see. Damn it. Do I have another one? Another connector. Another connector. Let's see. See, I think that one I have should work. BRB. It's slightly bigger, but do I have, where is there a purge pump around here? Let me see. Let me see, let's clip this in. Test it out quick. Just want to make sure it's not really tight. Whatever, I'll use it, and if I gotta change it out, so be it. Damn it, I don't like that. Whatever. We'll just, let me see, is this gonna work in here? Does this work? Clips in. That one sucks. What the hell, man? Who sold me this one? This one's junk. Yeah, like doesn't want to clip in. All right. Anyway, we'll worry about that in a minute. So we need to put this on. Elbow. On. Now we need to clip this on. Put on our tube here. Come on. I don't know if I'm gonna put a clamp on that one. That one seems like it's. They put one on? Oh, they did. They only gave me one clamp. These freaking bitches. I guess I'll just throw a little clamp on there. It's not gonna hurt. In, out. So now let's get this. We can just, well, this is gonna need, I feel like that might need a clamp, but did they clamp that too? I guess I can clamp it. It's not that big of a deal. Whoever's taking these off after me is gonna have a tough time with these ear clamps because these are no joke. Okay. All right, so we got that in. Don't tell me, bro. Come on. What the hell? Is this gonna be one of those things where I gotta undo what I just did? No. The pains. Oh god, you bitch. Come on. Get in there. Ah. Hold up. Dude, holy cow. This this float switch wire is so annoying. Okay. This is not a good design, honestly. Like, what the hell? It's like, I guess I just don't know what the issue was with the other design that was like so bad. Look, scratched up a few of my coils. Awesome. Or bent a few of my coils. Awesome. Great. I guess you go from only needing 2 screws to only 1, although I think you only needed 1 before. Not too tight. So it's in there. And now we need to get our other tube in. Come on, bro. So the thing I don't like about this is because now it's touching a pipe. It's touching a vibrating piece inside here. And I guess like, I just don't over time want issues. Like, I don't know if this coil gets hot, cold. I don't like that, you know? And like, I guess, yeah, I could shorten the tube, but I already got it in here. And it's just kind of like beforehand, before there wasn't really any purging tubes touching the, before there wasn't really any purging tubes touching any other components, you know, but now there is, so. And then also, I don't like about this design is that the float switch would be moved much closer, and the tube would be a lot harder to. So right here, so I'll just show you guys for reference. So the float switch is currently in place, and where I'm pointing, that would be where you were supposed to move the float switch to. But as you can see, it's pretty crowded right there. So if you're in the future, you ever need to replace your float switch, you might have to remove the pump or move it around. Like I don't like this design really, but it is what it is. So we're going for it. We're gonna keep it in, and yeah, I guess that's what it is. All right, so let's put in our, these don't even look new. That's not for that. And I need to redo this anyway because I did not put a stop on this to make sure nobody pulls this actually out of the, yeah, maybe I do just cut it. Maybe I do cut it, and so it's just a simple boop. What would it be like? Could cut it up some. And now you will learn why these are a pain in the asses. Because these ear clamps don't just come off easily. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these ear clamps are, I just have a bunch of them, so I'm just trying to use them. But they can work against you a little bit because they're hard to get off sometimes. But it actually seems like this one's gonna come off pretty easily. It's the tube around the fitting. It's not gonna come off very easily. So we cut it. Okay. Come on. All the way on here. What's up, man? It's going. It is going. Fixing up this dehu here. Was having some purge issues. And now I'm trying to get the final pieces together. Appreciate you coming by. Stopping in the stream. This is my first live stream. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? All right, honestly, that's going to be... All right, we'll should be good. Not too tight. Just clamping down all my hoses so nobody pulls this out of the, nobody pulls them out of the unit. So that's what these ear clamps are for. All right, let's get this in. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Ultimately, I think this is going to be a better... Okay, yeah. So that tube is not touching the vibrating coil, or not coil, but copper line. And then I'm just going to put one more ear clamp on so nobody pulls the hose or the pump inside. The ear clamp will stop it from going any further. That's what we want. Heck yeah. All right. Now it's time to test this thing. So we'll get the plugged in, just like a PC. I love it. All right. I'll just put this in temporarily. You gotta cut. All right. And we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I'm not loving the way Phoenix designed these pumps because they just got moved closer to more vibrating components, but it is what it is. All right, let's test this out. Let me grab, I need oh, there's a hose right there. Need a hose, gotta open the shop door. And so I got my hose in there. Now the other pump, while it was pretty much broken, it did purge a little bit. And it purging was very loud and it was very annoying because customers thought maybe something was broken inside of it, even though it was not. So let's go ahead and plug this unit in. Got a plug over here. Here we go. Oh, this is not plugged in, that's why. And then I need a little bit of water. I have a water. All right, back. Let's go. So remember how earlier in the stream, if anybody's watching that long, I had mentioned that there's a setting that you need to change when changing from the white pumps to the new pumps, or from changing to the white pumps to the gray pumps. So you got to go into diagnostic mode. Okay, so I'll take a photo too so you can. So it says pump selection, and by default it's on the white. See that right there? But we're going to put it to the gray because we just changed it out to a gray pump. So I'm gonna put some water in it before we get all this going. And just gonna pour. Let's power this puppy on. Ultimately, it's a pretty simple change, especially if you have a pre-existing pump in it. You're just kind of copying what's in place, but I will say the gray pumps, slightly different. It's a slightly different mounting bracket. This is the old one. The new one from I guess it's the newer one, or the gray one, has a different mount for float switch, which we did not change today. We just left the float switch where it's at. But yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, the newer pumps, I think, are a little bit more, I think it adds another a layer of complexity to it that doesn't need to be there. But these are minor, super minor details. And ultimately, I think that they don't, in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter. You want your machine to pump, and so let's do it. Oh, there we go. Look, it's working. You can see that water's flowing out of this pump. And it's so much quieter. I mean, before, it sounded like a rusty old car starting up. It was just like, so this is nice. I like my machines as quiet as possible. Let that run for a minute. Reply, let's. Yeah, in my understanding too, like the gray pumps seem to be, they seem to purge a little bit more efficiently. So. Whereas it's more of like a constant flow out. Look at that. So this puppy's working, man. This is ready to go back on the job. Can take off my sticker here. Boom. Oh yeah, dude. No, yeah, dude. That's what I was saying. Like, I like these so. Oh, this is freezing up a little bit. But yeah, I like these machines so much because they're very similar to like a PC, you know? I've built a couple different PCs in the past, so when I first opened up one of these, it was kind of similar to me, and I was like, oh, this is like kind of dealing with like a PC, so. But yeah, always want my machines to run quiet and efficient. It's my worst nightmare if having a customer call me and being like, the machine's spilling water all over my house and it's making a loud sound. Freak me out. So I always try to maintain them and get upgrades in them. The only thing that you can't really upgrade, that it gets expensive, is the compressor. Apparently upgrading the compressor it just costs more than the machine itself. So if your compressor goes out, the rest of it's kind of, you're kind of junking the rest of the machine and using it for parts and whatnot, which it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of good components on here if your compressor goes out. Yeah, no, I've thought about trying to like develop my own dehu and give it like a more PC vibe feel, but that's a lot of technical knowledge that I don't have yet. All right, we'll let that power down. There's something in my, I don't know what that is. What is that? Need like something to grab that out. Let's see if I got something in here. Will that fit? That's not gonna fit. Maybe this blade will fit in. Something inside here. I don't want this. Oh, what the heck this is? Oh, that's sick. You repair vintage computers. Yeah, so you get it, man. You get it. Yeah, some of the machines I have, they're definitely a little bit older. Like the 1200s right there, and they run kind of rough. But again, if you upgrade a lot of the components inside, they run as good as new. So, dude, yeah, I love vintage computers. What kind? You work on like Macs, old Macs? Old PCs, old Windows machines. I've seen a few guys on YouTube convert old Windows machines into like more modern day machines. Look at that, nice. It's emptying the whole thing. That's what we want. Okay, I gotta get this little freaking piece out, but I don't know what I have to do it. I need something to get my, these might actually be able to grab it. Come on. It's this tiny little thing in there, and I just want to grab it out. Can I get it? Maybe if I lift this up? No, it's not gonna work. Come on. Like long needle nose pliers of some sort. You know what? Let me see if the knife will just poke it. No, it's not even gonna fit in there. Damn it, come on. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. Well, that is it for this purge pump replacement. The final thing that you would do, and because the machine's plugged in, is put the housing on, screw that puppy in, and you're all set to go. So with that, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you all for dropping by, and stay tuned for the next one. Hey, it was good seeing you, Justin. Thanks for stopping by.